Hi everyone, Cheryl here from Love and Light Yoga. I'm here to bring you a really quick standing yoga practice. So this is designed to get the energy levels up, to get our bodies stretched. This is going to be perfect for maybe you're on the go and you have somewhere to be, you want to get a quick stretch in before you leave. Maybe you have been seated at your desk all day and you want to get up for 5 minutes during your lunch break to take a quick stretch. This is the practice for you. You won't need anything for this. You don't really even need a yoga mat. You don't need to be in yoga clothes. Just do what you can do, stretch your body, get your heart rate up, and hopefully feel good after this practice. So if you are ready, let's get started. Okay, so we are going to get started today, obviously standing, and we're going to be in a wide-legged position. So as long as your legs are a little bit wider than your hips, we have toes facing forwards, and we're just going to start to bring a little bit of movement in through the body. So we can bend the elbows, and we're just going to find this little sort of twist from side to side. So our feet stay grounded here, and we're only twisting from the waist. So we're starting to get a little bit of a stretch in through the back, in through the waist, get that digestive system moving a little bit. And then if we have the space, we can let our arms hang out here. Just let them kind of swish from side to side. Don't worry how this looks. Just focus more on the feeling here. Starting to move. Starting to maybe already feel a little bit better. And then let's come back to center. Keep the legs in this wide position. Keep your toes facing forward. Bring your hands onto your hips and inhale to stand nice and tall through the spine. Take another nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to start to hinge forward from our hips, bringing ourselves down to this little halfway position. So our upper bodies are parallel with the mat here. We're going to take a few deep breaths and we're going to focus on that stretch in through the backs of the hamstrings here. Breathing deep, keeping your core engaged to protect your lower back, but also starting to think about maybe dropping down a little bit further if that feels good. So if you're here and this feels quite easy, we might come down a little bit further. We might even drop the hands down onto the mat and just let your head hang down here. Take a few big breaths here. If we're not feeling too much, if we want to increase this a little bit, think about sending your weight a little bit further forwards into the balls of your feet. Let's take one big inhale. Take a full big exhale. And then nice and slowly return your upper body to that halfway point. Bring the hands back onto the hips and then press yourself all the way up and into standing. Let's tiptoe the feet back into about hip distance apart. We're going to take a nice big inhale, reach those hands up towards the sky. Nice, this is it. So we're keeping those fingertips reaching up, and we're going to think about bringing the upper arms alongside the ears. So maybe for you that might mean reaching the arms back a little bit further, but trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. So we're not letting the shoulders come all the way up. We're keeping the shoulders relaxed, but we're still reaching through the arms. Breathing deeply here, starting to feel that energy running up and down through the spine. We might take our gaze up in between our hands here. Take one big inhale, take a full exhale, and then gaze comes back forwards. We're going to take hold of our right wrist in our left hand. We're going to think about pulling the wrist up and pulling it over into a little bit of a side bend. So we might choose to stay here, or we might pick up that right foot. We might send it out behind the left foot, come onto tippy toes here, just increasing that stretch through the right hand side of the body. Nice, so take a few big breaths here. The more we pull that arm up and over, the bigger the stretch we're going to feel all the way from the right hip, coming up through the waist, through the arm. Take one more breath here. And then release back through center. Drop the arms if we need to. Bring the feet back and get ourselves re-centered. So feet are hip distance apart. We inhale, reach those hands up nice and high. And we're going to take hold this time of the left wrist in the right hand. Think about pulling the left arm up and then reaching it over into our side bend. Nice, so we're really lengthening out through the left hand side of the body. We might choose to stay here, or we might start to come onto the tippy toes of the left foot, pick it up, take it behind the right leg, and find that nice big side stretch on this side. So breathing deeply here, not collapsing in through the chest, keeping the chest nice and open. Keep on reaching those left fingertips away. Take one full breath here in your own time. And then release back through center. Keep the arms up. Bring the feet back to about hip distance apart. And bring a little bend in through both knees. We're going to take a nice big inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to start to bring the arms down, let them come back, take a nice deep bend in the knees, and then as we inhale, we're reaching back up. So as we exhale, we come down, inhale, we reach back up. Nice, exhale, we come down, inhale, reach back up. And again, don't worry how this looks. This should feel really good for the lower back. It should feel really energizing. Let the movement be nice and natural. So even if it doesn't look exactly like what I'm doing, that's okay. We're all different here. As we exhale, we bend the knees as much as we need to. Inhale, we reach high. Nice. Let's take a few more just like that. And then the next time that we exhale, we come down. We're going to release here into our forward fold. So just breathe here. We can keep this nice deep bend in through the knees if we need to. The knees can be really deeply bent or they can be straight. Just whatever allows us to catch a breath here. So in our forward fold, we're thinking about letting everything from the hips up relax. So relax your back here, relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Your gaze should be looking somewhere behind you. Nice, take a few deep breaths here, just calming down the breath. And then on your next inhale, we're going to find our halfway lift. So we want to slide the hands up to wherever you need them to be. So they might be on the floor, they might be on the shins, they might be on the knees, or they might be on the thighs. And what we want to think about doing here is having a nice flat back. So we want to keep our gaze down towards the mat. We want to think about having this nice long spine, crown of the head reaching forward, tailbone reaching back, breathing deeply here. Take one big inhale, take a full exhale, and then drop yourself back into your forward fold. Nice. We can bring the hands wherever they want to come to here. So if they don't quite reach the floor, we can keep them on the lower legs or the thighs. If they do reach the floor, they might be on the floor. And we're just going to bring a little bend in through each knee at a time. So what you're doing might look a little bit like this, or it might look a little bit like this. Again, it doesn't really matter. But we're just bending and straightening one knee at a time. Letting those hips move around a little bit. And then come back to stillness. We're going to take a nice deep bend in through the left knee and try to keep the right knee straight here. So only one knee is bent, and we're just going to see if we can start to reach that right hand up towards the sky here. So again, it might look a little bit like this. You can keep the hand on the knee. We're reaching the right hand up, or we might start to reach that left hand down towards the floor. But we want to keep the chest open here. We want to think about stacking our right shoulder on top of our left shoulder. We're feeling a big deep stretch in through the right hamstrings. Take one big inhale. Take a full exhale. And then drop that right hand. Come back into your forward fold. Same thing other side, so take a nice deep bend, this time in through the right knee. The left leg begins to straighten out. We can bring our right hand onto the right knee. We're going to reach the left hand up towards the sky. So we're getting a little bit of a twist here. We're open through the chest. Hand might be on the knee, or maybe we start to drop it all the way down to the floor. Breathing deeply here, shoulders are stacked, chest is open, stretching the left hamstrings. Take one big inhale, take a full exhale, and then drop that hand all the way back to the floor. Take a nice deep bend through both knees, and then nice and slowly unroll yourself all the way up into standing, stacking all of the bones one on top of the other until we come all the way up to stand. Nice, let's take one more big inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky, palms come together, and exhale your hands to your hearts. Stop here for a moment and close down the eyes. And I like to slightly press my thumbs into my sternum here, and you can use that as a little bit of connection. You can use that to focus the mind back on the breath. You might feel the breath here in the chest, or you might feel the heart beating. Just send your focus into that area. Begin to slow down the breath here. Just take a few deep breaths, recentering yourself, realigning yourself with your body, with your breath. Maybe starting to focus on the connection between the soles of your feet and the floor. Everything slows down. And you send yourself a little bit of thanks for stepping onto your mat, for taking just a few moments to focus on yourself and setting yourself up to get on with whatever you have to do today successfully. When you're ready, you can open back up through the eyes, and namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you are feeling a little bit more energized, a little bit more ready to get on with the day. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. Once again, namaste.